In the last 3 months, we've built and managed newsletters for over 15 different clients, ranging from creators to SaaS founders. We've sent hundreds of thousands of emails, ran dozens of split tests, and we've made plenty of mistakes along the way. These are a couple hard-earned lessons that actually drive revenue from your newsletter into your actual business. My name's Trey. I run Akari Social, and we help founders build their newsletters and back-end automation email systems. We're so confident that what we do is good that we will offer 1 month free of our service to you because, again, we're that confident. So check out the first link in the description if you're interested in that. But this is chapter 1, newsletter deliverability basics. So first of all, there are 4 key components that I'm going to discuss. The first one, focusing on the right metrics. So many founders believe that the open rate is the most important metric to be looking at. That's not true at all. The 2 metrics that you need to be tracking, and this is very important, is to track the link clicks and the replies within your newsletter. This will tell you if what you're sending your newsletter is valuable in solving their problems. Again, link clicks and replies. It again indicates genuine interaction and engagement from your list, showing that people actually care about what you're sending. 2, domain management. This is super simple. Oftentimes ConvertKit and Beehive or even Substack give you their own unique domains. Something like beehive@treyhart.com. That is not the best domain to send from. Next up, format something that looks aesthetically pleasing. You want to really stand out. You want someone to, without having to look at the name, the logo, the banner within your email newsletter, to know who it's from. Super simple. Lastly, segment your audience. I'm going to touch on this more, but treating cold leads, buyers, and fans completely different is what segmentation does. And I'll explain more about what I mean by that. But that leads me to the next point. Once you've kind of understood the deliverability aspect of things, next up is crafting an offer and understanding your ICP. When we work with clients, we go and dive very deep into their audience's pain points, the core purpose or your business's why. Of course, we help with format, brand identity, overall growth strategy, and a tool stack setup that you can use. But most importantly, if you are running your own newsletter, you need to speak with, meaning in calls, look at the YouTube comments, Instagram comments, find what people are struggling with and solve that problem for them. It's super, super, super simple. So once we've identified that, this is how you actually test. And this is how you actually split test and what to split test. Most people feel that it's subject lines, it's the overall copy, it's the phrasing within in their email, but that is not true at all. What you need to be testing is different offers, not the phrasing. I want to say it once more. Test different offers, not phrasing. When we work with clients, typically we're testing between 15 to 30 different offers to find what is actually going to work with their audience. That's how often you should be testing yours. And honestly, you should be testing a different offer every single month until you find something that is really absolutely killing it. And at some point, that offer will get burnt out and it's going to be time to pivot again, which is why it's so important to always, always, always be testing. Next up, segmenting your audience. So I mentioned this earlier, but basically what this means and what segmentation means is splitting your audience into different buckets, if you will. So these are 3 different buckets: beginner, intermediate, and expert. You do not want to send the same newsletter for all 3. Instead, you want to write unique newsletters and solve unique pain points for beginners. You want to solve unique pain points for intermediate people, and you want to solve unique pain points for experts. The experts you can charge them around $5,000 to solve their solutions, whereas these beginners and intermediates typically between, for low ticket, maybe $30 to $500. The important part about this is whatever you're sending them within your newsletter, there is some sort of clear client ascension path to get them to the expert, to get them to paying you $5,000 a month. Super important you create some sort of system to, again, segment your audience into beginner, intermediate, or experts. There's tons of different ways you can segment. That's just one of the ways we found a ton of success with. And again, just to reiterate, focus on testing offers, not the phrasing. Next up, this is the best performing email framework that we have followed and we have found. Proven time and time again that gets results. First of all, the why now. You need to establish why it's important that they change today or right now. Line 2 or paragraph 2. Show what you're offering. Show the offer, the change that you're able to make, and clearly articulate the value you can provide your audience. Next up, social proof. This is just doubling down on what you're offering. It's working for John here. He's doing X, Y, Z every single month. It's super simple. Then line 4, a clear call to action. They've seen what your offer is. They've seen your social proof. Now they want to take action, and you need to remind them of this. Another great way is ending with some sort of cliffhanger, or maybe introducing a tidbit of your other lead magnets, or maybe of your paid course or paid program, to really get them to take an action. Super simple. For example, with one of our clients, we give them a metric or a CRM tracker that tracks the reply rate, positive reply rate, and conversion rate on deals closed. And it's a free CRM for them. And we just hint at this at the end of the email, and you'd be surprised at how many leads we're able to get from this, as opposed to just sending a normal email newsletter with a basic call to action. Give them something in return. And again, this is solving the problem of someone not having a CRM. So it's super, super simple. Additionally, we are using and incorporating the customer's voice from our sales calls within our email newsletters or email sequences. Lastly, reactivation and repurposing. This is probably one of the most important sections of this entire presentation, but you should be posting on X, IG, and YouTube. You're going to be extracting tons and tons of information, and at Akari, or if it's done by yourself, if you're a solopreneur, it is your job to extract the ideas from X, IG, and YouTube, from your sales calls, from lead magnets, and put them into your newsletter. And of course, when you work with Akari Social, we do this for you. We find out the trending content. We find out the keywords in your sales process. We find out what lead magnets are actually going to solve your customers' problems. Again, you can do this yourself if you're a solopreneur or if you're a founder. Just identify the key pain points. And the only problem and commonly mistakes we see is people use AI too much. They're also over polishing their lead magnets, their websites, their funnels. They're making it too complicated. Next, they don't have enough personality within their newsletters, within their content. They're just copying what works. And that's not the way you want to, 1, send newsletters, and 2, send content as a whole. Lastly, they are missing monetization. There's no upsells. There's no client ascension path. It is missing the monetization side of things within their newsletter. As a reminder, if you want to see X, Instagram, YouTube, sales nurturing, sales calls, lead magnet newsletter examples of things that are already working. Again, it's important you don't reinvent the wheel too much. There's a link in the description where you can look at a swipe file of over 1,000 different examples of newsletters and content pieces that we truly believe and we often reference for clients of our own. So thank you so much for watching. Talk soon.